You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show.
Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of AFTERBUZZ TV The Voice. I'm Christian Rosenberg, and joining me on the phone right now, a guy that we all got to know and love throughout this season of The Voice. He got himself all the way to the live rounds of the Final 12 with his soulful sound and, might I say, quite impressive fashion sense. I'm being joined right now by Mr. TJ Wilkins. How are you, TJ?
Wonderful, Christian. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing great, man. I want to get up right off the bat, and I want to talk about the blue suit that you wore earlier in the season. There are very few people on this planet that can pull that off. I am one of those people who could not. I mean, like, now, was this something that, like, kind of the wardrobe people kind of set you up, or are you like, no, this is my look, and I'm going to rock this?
Oh, man. Surprisingly enough, I took that to wardrobe, and they loved it. It came right out of my closet. I said,
nice.
When I discovered that I was going to be auditioning for The Voice, I said, I need something that's, like, going to pop, like, something that is going to be so memorable that, like, people will just go for it. And here, lo and behold, the electric blue suit made its debut.
That's your thing, man. I mean, hell, my very first question was about the suit, so I think it worked.
Oh, man. Well, I appreciate that, brother.
No, hey, my pleasure. Believe me, I love seeing people, like, in certain outfits where it's just like, that works so great on them, and that would look terrible on me. You know? Now,
it's all good, man. You might be able to pull it off, man.
I wear a lot of rose shirts when I do the shows, and I have a difficult time enough pulling that off, so let alone a bright blue suit. maybe I'll work on it. Maybe one day you can come into the studio live, bring the suit with you, and maybe I'll try it on. We'll see how it looks.
All right, cool. You got it, man.
All right. You had a very unique sound. As far as your music taste and everything, because a lot of times in a lot of seasons we always have kind of an R&B singer, a male R&B singer kind of make his way to the live rounds, but we don't really have someone with kind of like the old school soul and Motown sound that you brought, and like the songs that you were bringing to the show. Do you feel that you kind of brought some of this kind of legendary soul music to a new fan base?
Oh, wow. Well, when you put it like that, man.
You like that, don't you? Don't you?
I do. That was really cool. That was really cool the way you put that. I would definitely say I feel like the old school sound and really the soul of all that sound embodied. I think that I just really tried to demonstrate it that it's not dead, and it's very much alive, and it's something that needs to be recognized. All too often it kind of gets overlooked because you've had so many people that have come and done new things with soul music, but I definitely wanted soul to get its just due. So I definitely feel like I brought it to a new fan base, and I'm very happy about that.
Awesome. And this past Monday, you kind of switched it up a little bit. You did an arrangement of John Mayer, and it was actually, because we were watching, in the screen room here, myself and my other co-hosts, and we're just like, oh, this will be kind of interesting. I wouldn't wasn't necessarily thinking he would do a John Mayer song, but then it was a TJ song. Like, you turned it into kind of your own feel, and it got us on our show on Monday night. We were even talking about, it's like, yeah, I want to hear people like John Legend do songs like that now. If TJ's able to kind of adjust it and make it sound like it. So what was it like? Were you pleased at how you kind of arranged that John Mayer song to make it your own? Were you overall pleased with the performance?
I definitely was pleased. However, I can't really fully take credit for the arrangement.
Well, sure.
I will say, because Usher definitely had a huge hand in making that arrangement really be what it was. And he really laid the foundation for how the song should come across musically, and all I did really was just have to sell it vocally and through my performance. So, I was I wanted to really strike out and do something different, much like I did with Benny and the Jets, in the sense of taking a song that is outside of the R&B genre, but putting my flavor on it and making it palatable for everyone, Mm-hmm. And so Usher and I, that was definitely a cooperative effort between the two of us.
Let's talk about your coach here for a minute. I mean, you've obviously,
no problem.
You're like, all right, let's do it. You've obviously, studied him. You're a big fan of his, as all of us are. And I'm sure you've heard, like different stories of people interacting with him. Was he the type of guy that you expected him to be?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. He was the type of guy that I expected him to be. Some things about him really surprised me, like his sense of humor. I mean, the guy has just an amazing sense of humor, man. I mean, oh my goodness, he's so funny. He's so funny. And then a lot of times in rehearsal, he would often be like telling jokes or, really trying to break the ice and really trying to get me, and I'm pretty sure all of my teammates, to be very comfortable with working with him, because it can be a little intimidating. I mean, you have a huge music superstar like Usher coaching you. You definitely want to go in there with a serious attitude and not take that opportunity very lightly. But really, he kind of wanted us to know that he was down to earth just like we were. So he's great. But I think probably the thing that, to further answer your question about my expectations of Usher, I would say that a lot of things really did not surprise me about him in terms of his work ethic and his demand for excellence. And that was really cool.
Awesome. What about your relationship with fellow Team Usher teammates, Bria and Josh? How did the three you guys, did you guys kind of coexist and were helping each other? Because, at the end of the day, it is a competition. So were you guys kind of separate and kind of like, well, no, I'm going to try to win this thing? Or were you guys, super supportive of each other?
Oh, man, we hated each other, man. It was terrible. No, I'm kidding.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. TJ Wilkins hated his... No, I'm kidding.
No, in all seriousness, we definitely, I think we embodied the word team. Each of us, given that this is a competition, we were very very aware of each other's abilities and strengths and everything like that. But at the same time, because we were on the same team, we definitely had this really cool sense of community and of camaraderie between the three of us, going into the live shows. And I think that was the whole tone for everyone who's ever been on Team Usher, from battles, from battles round 1 into battles round 2 and playoffs and so on and so forth. It's always been a very communal type of feeling on Team Usher. So we definitely got along well when one of us was kind of feeling, discouraged mentally, we were all, surrounding that person and really building them up, and that was really cool. Like, I think that probably will be one of the things that I miss most about being on Team Usher is that feeling.
All right. Very cool. Let me ask you this. We know the pressure mounts on each performance. And, every round as you got closer and closer, you were getting more and more pressure. Then the live rounds, when you're performing live in front of millions and millions of people, obviously tons of pressure on you. They introduced something brand new this year with when it got to the bottom three, the instant save. Now all you were going to perform one more time when you found out you were in the bottom three, and then you had to go first. I mean, what kind of how much more pressure was on that performance than others, or did you feel it was all kind of the same?
Well, there was definitely an added sense of pressure because it was like, now you got to sing for your life.
Mm-hmm.
But my mentality was, in order for me to have a good performance, I got to treat it like any other, and just kind of throw away the fact that I'm literally singing for my life. At that point. So I just wanted to treat it like it was any other performance. And when Carson announced that I was in the bottom three along with Tess and Danny, and then I was given the distinct pleasure of being first to go up.
Now, was it a random drawing? Like, how did they decide who goes first, or did you volunteer? I mean, how did it work?
Threw straws in the back, and we kind of just were like, okay, I'm going first. No, I think it was done at random.
Okay.
Quite honestly, and the pressure then was really on because I was now first. But I used that position to say, okay, if I have to go first in the second chance or the last chance song, then let me make such an impression that my other two friends who are, fighting for this spot have to turn it up even more. They have to amp it up because I'm going to go for the gusto and I'm leaving nothing to chance. So I did not scale back when it came to the risks that I took vocally, nor did I scale back when it came to the risks that I took performance-wise. Everything that you saw last night was genuine. It wasn't anything that was rehearsed or pre-planned. It just flowed from my heart.
I think that's one of the reasons why we were enjoying you so much here, and why so many people were enjoying watching you on the show, because of what you were saying. You were genuine. We can tell that, when you're just a genuine guy who loves performing. Great stage presence too. So you just really genuine, and really seemed like you were enjoying your time on the show. Unfortunately, now that the time has ended, what do you think that one of your fellow Team Usher mates is going to pull out on the finale and win this thing, or who do you think is the favorite going in now? We're down to 10.
Now that we're down to 10, I have to stick by my team. I'm a team player. I definitely feel, and of course, judging from the performances on iTunes and just the love that he's been getting, I definitely would have to put my money on my good man Josh Kaufman. Mm-hmm. Josh and I, we had the great pleasure of being roommates while we were here on the show during this process. And if there's anybody I would say really mirrors my love for music and soul music and performing, is Josh. He and I have had numerous conversations about music and about connecting, and I think if I would put my money on anybody, it would definitely be Josh.
All right, well, $1,000,000 question for you that I'm sure you've been asked countless times already, but I'm going to be that guy and ask you as well. What's next? What are your plans now?
Well, now that my time on The Voice has ended, I now have to refocus, you know, and now that this moment is kind of done, just refocus and plan my next move, which definitely will be continuing a career in the music industry as a recording artist, and also continuing a career as an actor on television and film. So I definitely, like I said, I've said in countless interviews, I love entertaining, and that is something that brings me great joy. So I'm definitely going to continue on in that vein, and I think the interesting part for me now that The Voice is over for me is really to figure out how I'm going to juggle my acting career and my music career simultaneously. Before I did the show, it was, you know, do one or the other. While one was kind of slowed down, you know, while the music was slowing down, I would be really focused on acting, and I was doing, you know, television shows and films. And then once that slowed down, and it became, oh, I'm going to record and write, and perform, and all this kind of stuff. So now, you know, that I've kind of really picked up a great deal of momentum from The Voice, the fun is going to be now seeing how I can do both at the same time.
Well, hey, if it worked for Will Smith, it can work for you. That's my.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Well, hey, a number of people have been able to pull it off. Who says you can't? I mean, anyone could do it. You definitely got the work ethic. You're driven, and you're obviously talented at what you do. Will you, at some point, maybe later on this season of The Voice, come, like, if you're going to be in LA, hang out here in our studio live, and, you know, you can chat with us, you know, in person. You've already met, you know, Jason and Chloe on the red carpet, but, you know, you can kind of, like, hang out here in the studio, maybe even perform and all that fun stuff.
Oh, man, that'd be great. That'd be great. I'm actually an LA guy, so I'm around.
We're going to make this happen.
I'm around town.
I will tweet you, and we will make this happen. And everyone else can make sure they tweet you. They can tweet you at I am TJ Wilkins on Twitter. TJ, thank you again so much. Best of luck with you. Hopefully we'll see you later on in the season, you know, here in the studio. But thank you so much for taking a few minutes to chat with us here on AfterBuzz. It is greatly appreciated, my man.
Thank you, Christian. It was my pleasure.
All right, thank you. Again, you could follow TJ on Twitter at I am TJ Wilkins. You can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. And for all your AfterBuzz TV news, you can follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Again, big thanks to TJ Wilkins. I'm Christian Rosenberg, and make sure you tune in for more Voice episodes. We got red carpet videos, interviews with eliminated contestants, and all that going on this season. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.